Hi, can I talk to you for a second? Great. 2 decades. 2 decades of being Steve, last name from AbleGamers. Phew, 20 years. Getting to help countless individuals get access to the wonderful world of gaming and the communities around games has been one of the greatest honors of my life. For many for many people, technology, the internet, and online communities allow us to have social experiences that would otherwise be impossible. I can't walk, but I can run with a sword after a dragon. I can't jump, but I can power wash a castle. I can't move my arms, but I can spend hours with my friends on a spaceship using the truth to diligently find the imposter. Okay. Yeah, you get the point. In the world of video games, anything is possible. I've been privileged to help siblings play together for the first time. I've seen first laughs, first smiles, and heard countless friends and family exclaim how much joy gaming has brought into their life. I've lost track of the number of stories I've heard of people who thought it was literally impossible to ever pick up a controller, but now they're emailing me about how important gaming is to them, that it gives them a feeling of freedom and control that they don't get to experience any other way. That they've made friends and they get to participate in a meaningful way in something bigger than themselves. They joined an alliance or a guild or a group of friends in video games that they're irreplaceable. And a few times that they were able to find love, real, true love, through the connections made from video games. It's been a whirlwind. I got to start out as a writer before AbleGamers was anything more than a blog. I got to move up as editor in chief, picking out games that I thought were accessible enough for a lot of people to be able to play. I got to work directly with disabled players as a peer counselor, helping them to find assistive technology and the games to match. I got to be a fundraiser, a community outreach leader, a mentor, a director, a therapist, and a friend. Working 16-hour days beside people like Craig Kaufman for years and years and years. It's been such a privilege to get to carry out the important mission of accessibility and inclusion in so many different roles. Well, I got a reputation in the industry as a fighter. Someone who was willing to go to battle with developers, publishers, and internet trolls alike. As long as it was always forwarding the cause. I got to meet so many amazing people. People who would jump into the mission and help make some noise, tell an entire multi-billion-dollar industry that people with disabilities are important, that we are a valuable audience, that we need to be paid attention to, if for no other reason than because we have money to spend on video games, just like everyone else. But the disability community exists and it's viable as an audience for the game industry to wake up and really care if we can play their games. Sometimes I made people angry being passionate. Sometimes people would tell me I'm doing too much, too everywhere, too all over the place. Some people did not love the way that I would mix humor and anger and frustration and joy to get attention for disabled gamers, the often forgotten about audience. Sometimes I made mistakes, but overall, the strategy worked. We got the attention of a multi-billion-dollar industry, and we made real change. But no matter what, my personal mission was to be a voice for the players above all else. For 20 years, I've been an advocate, but that's only one piece of my story. While I've had a fulfilling and challenging career as an advocate for accessibility filled with accolades and awards and raising millions of dollars for people with disabilities, simultaneously, I've lived the experience of being a disabled person for over 40 years. This isn't a career for me. It's my reality. It's my life. I don't get to log out and shut down my laptop, clock out for the day, and go get a beer. I don't get to not think about being disabled or the ways that the world needs to change to be kinder to people with disabilities. No, there's no getting away from it. No matter what I do or how hard I work, my disability is something that will still exist. That fact is what drives me to seek opportunities where I can be a force for good in the lives of other disabled people. Many of us in the disability community can't turn off the experiences of feeling isolated and othered from daily life. The reality of a disabled person is that you are playing life on hard mode. There's no denying that. There were so many times in my life when I was down and out. The inaccessibility of a situation or how my medical conditions would keep me from pursuing happiness. Not being able to go to a convention or accept a speaking gig or go to a player convention where I could really make a difference by helping individuals. The inaccessibility and the challenges were overwhelming. There were there were so many moments when I desperately needed the beacons to be lit and the cavalry to come to save me at the very last moment. And and in those moments oftentimes the cavalry never came. I don't want that for others. I I'm terminally ill. And quite frankly, since we're just a couple of friends speaking honestly, just you and me, I know that I'm getting weaker. It's hard to say out loud. I know that my disability is advancing and I don't know how much time I've got left. But I do know that I want to take what time I have left and build a place where people with disabilities can light the beacon and the riders will come.
The beacons are lit, city! The beacons are lit! Gun knuckles for 8! And Rohan will answer.
More on that in a couple of weeks. But for now, I wanted you to hear it from me directly. My watch at AbleGamers is over. I will always be grateful to Craig and Andy and Chris and Maggie and Jesse and Vinny and Kim and Carolyn and Brian and Ethan and Teachy and every volunteer, fundraiser, streamer, CEO, millionaire, billionaire, celebrity, and every single person gave their time or their money to advance the cause of people with disabilities being welcome and accepted into gaming. Always. I will always be grateful, but I will most of all always be grateful to you. You. The average gamer who just wanted to make the world a little bit better by giving $1 or 5 minutes of your time or liking a video, spreading it around the internet, telling your friends that it's good to have people with disabilities in the community. You and me, we're guided by empathy, and we want others to feel the joy the gaming can bring. I'll always be grateful for you. But now it's time for something new. I wanna I wanna find a documentary maker. I I wanna find a person who can help tell the story of how this tiny little website, AbleGamers, became an industry name. I wanna reach out to Netflix and A24 and get them to get behind the idea that we can broadcast this signal so that others will come forward and others will do the same in the next generation, that all the advocates coming up now are ready and primed to make difference, just like I did, just like all of the people I worked with did. How I grew up in Section 8 housing with cockroaches in my kitchen, and I went on to give speeches on a grand stage with multiple standing ovations. I want to tell stories. I want to share the work of other disabled people. I want to write books with disabled protagonists that speak the truth of being disabled while resonating with everyone. I want to make the experience of being disabled something that more people can relate to, because we're really not that different. As I enter this new chapter in my life, I wanted you to know I'm grateful for everything. And simultaneously, I feel a calling to do more. I'm not going anywhere. It's just I'm changing direction. I'm working to build a brighter, more inclusive future, and I want you to be a part of that. You. I want you to come with me on this journey. I want you to follow me on all the socials. Reach out to me, DM, message, email, anything. Get excited for this new adventure I'm about to undertake to help even more disabled people than ever before. Together, we can get me an Oreo sponsorship. Hmm. No, 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 no. Carolyn, cut that, cut that. Uh, reach out. We can make this world a little bit better for disabled people everywhere together. Accessibility, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the spawn ship Intrepid. Nope. Nope. I'll have to work on that one. Nope.